Так. Bruno, please tell what you think about so different and so many styles Aikido now after O-sensei died. Why?
Because first of all, Aikido is more and more popular, so more and more people practice. And as I said, people are different, so they have different life, different fears, different interests, different topics of study. So it's quite logical. It's quite logical to have a different form. The most important thing is that everyone keep a kind of similar base, because Aikido has to continue over the years. And after, everyone express what they can and what they want in the form. But the form has to always to refer to the principles, to the things we have in common, and not put the focus on particularity. And so the form can be an expression of the same thing, like in nature. Everything is different, but in a way, everything is the same.
Yes, but I speak with many instructors in different kinds of Aikido. Yoshinkan, Real Aikido, Classic Aikido, Kobayashi, and everybody told that this way is the better way, is the way like O-sensei said. What do you think about it?
I think O-sensei, when he was teaching, he was saying, don't do like me, do like you want. Just understand the spirit of the Aikido. Because at the end is the most important, is to understand why you do the things. Do you do the things for your ego statement, okay? Or do you practice to get peace with people and to feel this unity? So I will not say that my style is the best, for sure. I will say it's just a tool. It's just a pedagogic tool to understand what we have in common. What are the principles? Okay. In nature, everything is different. So why you want to say, I have the true? No, it's not a good thing. And more you will insist of your form, more people will feel aggressed and separate from that. So when I'm doing seminar, I'm not saying you have to do it like that, like a true. Do it like that because it's what I propose you now, but it's just a tool. Don't identify yourself to the tool. Just understand how you use the tool and for which future you want.
Okay, different question about marketing and Aikido as a brand. What I mean, O-sensei comes to Aikido after long way, spiritual way, because he was very religion man. And at first he fighting for real. He comes after war, and now it's like fresh product, and people buy it. It's like when we buy some candy, it's very beautiful and mystic maybe. What do you think about Aikido? Can be like a brand and product?
Aikido, it's a system. It's an educational system. It's a tool. So after you can use the tool many ways. You can break or you can build. So it's difficult to say if Aikido is this or another thing. It's how you use the sorry. Sorry, I have to answer.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Oui, allô? Oui. Oui, bonjour. Ah, très bien. D'accord. Bah, enfin, il doit l'appeler, mais si, enfin, comment il peut prévoir de venir demain s'il n'a pas déjà le... Ouais. Que Madame Clapy soit là ou pas, ça change rien, on est d'accord. Bah, non, c'est parce qu'à la base, c'est Monsieur Delbove m'avait dit qu'il devait voir ça avec elle. Et il se trouve que finalement, elle... D'accord. Très bien. Moi, j'ai besoin d'être présent ou pas spécialement? Oui, ils sont ouverts. Oui. Non, mais je sais pas pour X. Il a besoin de venir voir, de rentrer dans l'appartement éventuellement pour voir l'impact que ça a eu, je sais pas. Est-ce qu'il vous a donné une heure d'intervention? D'accord. Bon.
Что ты там ищешь?
Ok, c'est gentil alors. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Sorry. So the brand of the thing is yes, it's how you use the tool. It's your responsibility to do something mystic or practical or it's like if you I don't know if you bought anything.
Aikido also, yes. What does Aikido means your personality, and how did your understanding and attitude to Aikido change in the beginning your practice and maybe in the middle, and now?
Yes, at the beginning I was very shy. I was a child, very shy. I was afraid of everything almost. So when I started Aikido, I was 14, something like that. And I started immediately with adult class.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had some not qualities, but I was quite hard worker. You know, I progressed quite quick, and I started to get confident. So at the beginning, it was the impact of Aikido was something like that to give me a more security and confidence.
Technique.
And after I become more secure, so I start to roll my shoulder a little bit and to not to fight, but to try to prove what I'm doing with other people. So it was a long period of hard training and quite hard. And I tried different martial arts, Thai boxing, everything. So I was a little bit more in the fighting aspect of the practice. And then little by little I start to realize that finally when you fight in one moment you are always giving food to the conflict. Mm-hmm. Even if you try to be superior or to win, in a way you are always playing the game of the conflict, and there is no end of that. I mean people will always be younger than you, stronger than you. The circumstances of life is so different that you cannot manage everything. So in a way, and when you get older, you feel that your body is not able to resist to some high intensity of So you start to understand that the best fight is a fight you don't do. And for that, you need to change your mind. You need to understand that the problem is not the object, the subject in front of you. It's yourself. It's the way you see the things who make the conflict. Mm-hmm. And so the perspective of my Aikido changed, and now I try to be more and more able to see the situation, to be present. It means to get information from the situation, to see better, to see more details, to hear better, to feel better. Because more you have information from a situation, more you have solution. Mm-hmm. And to have information, you need to relax. Because if you are overstressed or you anticipate everything, you cannot catch the information right now. You are always in a kind of anticipation of strategy or everything. You never match completely with the moment present. So now, yes, it's my sensibility is to to be more and more organic in a way. Organic, it means everything has to be natural. Something happen. It's just natural, like in daily life. You know?
When I spoke with Hiroshi Ikeda, he said same things. He said that when you change yourself, you can change your partner.
You even don't need to change your partner.
But you never can change your partner.
Yeah.
Only.
Yes. You even don't need to change your partner.
Yeah. But in Aikido, in the beginning, people think that we have to broke partner to do something with.
Yes, it's a step. I mean, like I did, like when I was young, I tried to impose my movement and to verify if it's working or not, and. But in one hand, you see the hand.
It doesn't work.
No, of course not.
Okay. How did you experience in action influence your Aikido? And can you make any comparisons, yes, between Aikido, action, and maybe dance?
For me, it's another tool. Dance is a tool. Theater is a tool. Aikido is a tool. So you use the tool in a different way, but in fact, the difficulties you meet in your activity is always the same. It's yourself. I mean, if you are on the stage on theater, if you start to get afraid, it's not because of the problem with the guy or the public. It's your way to be in these circumstances who are problematic.
Yeah.
And if you get stressed, you start to not listen to your partner. You start to be a robot with your text. Everything, So, in one point, everything is different, but another point, the problematic or the principle are the same.
What about technique? Does you use the parallel with technique aspect, dance?
Not really. Of course, I mean, if you develop
maybe for the show, maybe for performance, no?
No, I think, of course, if you obtain some qualities in one activity, you have something in you. So of course, but I'm not trying to compare, or I'm not trying to say, oh, I did that and I didn't took a technique from somewhere to apply in Aikido. But of course, I get influenced. I get influenced, but not like in a concrete way. Not like yes, the technique. Maybe I have more influence with systema work. It helped me to put some exercise in Aikido practice. Dance, I don't know. No dance.
Emotion. Because when I speak with Svetlana Zavyalova, but she mix, she says me that martial arts people always do on technique way, but they never put emotion. And she said that we can, how to say, to show our movies, even in martial arts, emotion, love, not only fighting, it can be love, it can be something else emotion, but in fight it's always aggressive maybe, yeah. But it's not, it can be another way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because at the beginning you don't want to show your weakness, so you try to have the poker face,
But I talk about martial art,
not
about...
that's true. But it's a martial art, so it's you fight. So you cannot say. And if you are afraid, if you have some fears, you cannot smile. So you need to already get some maturity to be able to, even if the attack is quite strong and aggressive, how to be peaceful. And if you are peaceful, okay, sometimes you can smile,
Okay. Oh.
Well, silence. Come.
Another. In Aikido, I think most important and most difficult it's a work with your partner, opponent. How you feel it, how your attitude for your partner, opponent. He comes here.
Yeah. No. Maybe no.
Yeah. Oh.
I think it's a school. I see. Yes, it's a changer.
Okay. We wait.
You want to speak or?
No, we can.
Yeah, okay.
Speak.
Right.
Yeah, it's not.
So, as I said,
how do you treat your opponent, both on tatami and on your life?
so it's the same as I said before. It means at the beginning, because you are in a fighting mode, you see your opponent like a problem,
Aggressive.
So you enter in fight. So it's a part of the game. Of course, if you are afraid, it's an opponent. But more and more you get secure, more your opponent become a partner. It means it's not a problem, it's a source of information. So it becomes solution. So in fact, your opponent shift in a solution state.
Yeah.
You just have to be able to see the information that your partner gives you. And with this solution gives you the right way to be at the right moment. That's the way I change my point of view of the opponent.
New experience.
Almost. I mean, of course, sometimes you come back to the aggressive mode a little bit, but finally, yes, it's more. It's more a material you use to express your art than something you want to destroy or to control or to fight or to protect.
What have you learned from Aikido?
I did Aikido during 30 years now, with a lot of activities around. So it
But
was.
the Aikido, the main, yeah?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Always main.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it was always a place where I could verify and experiment what I see outside. It's a big field of experimentation. So I don't know how to say what I learned exactly, but I learned to be confident. I learned to get some determination. I learned to become peaceful. And now my goal is just to be more and more present in the moment. So I need to sensibilize myself just to be in harmony with the situation. That's all. And outside is the same. Outside, I don't want people like a problem. I want to see people like the circumstance of the moment. I have to do it with, not against.
Tell me about your main sensei, yeah? Christian always was your sensei even now,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
Tell me about our relationship in dojo and outside of dojo. Are you friendly?
Yeah. In the job, of course, it's my teacher, so we have this kind of relationship from student to master.
Not like father, yeah? Not?
No.
No?
And as I said, me, I'm not someone who speaks a lot, so I don't need to speak a lot to feel good or whatever. So outside of the mat, we don't speak so much, but there is a kind of trust, I think, from my side, a trust of relationship of trust, and I mean everything is fine. It's always a very big source of inspiration, and now I have my way. And,
yeah. Now you own style, yeah.
I mean, people say that I have a style. I don't think I have a style.
I think you. Okay.
Yeah, but because you have an outside view.
Because I know another Christian students,
Yes.
Pascal and another. You are all different.
That's the point. At the beginning, when you start Aikido, you try to imitate your teacher, and after, normally you have to become in a research mode, and everything you learn from your teacher, you need to rediscover by yourself. So of course, something has to be different. It doesn't mean that you want to be different. It's just you are different because you are a different person. So if you rediscover the things, it has to be different. If it's completely the same, something
Copy of the copy. Yeah.
something is wrong. Something is wrong. I mean, it can be a moment in the practice, but in one, I had when I was young some bad remark. Say, oh, you are the copy of Christian. For me, it was a good remark, but but I understand also that if you don't personalize the things, it don't belong to you.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh, wow, so good. Do you remember your first impressions from the training in dojo? What you feel in? You remember?
So the first time I saw Aikido, what was pleasant for me is this atmosphere of study. It was silence, everything in order. It was not just an entertainment. It was really like an art where you spend time to study yourself. So it was my first feeling, and I think that's why I liked Aikido. It's because it was an art, not just a game. And after, honestly, I don't have a lot of remember from the things from the. I know that you asked me also that.
Did you have a moment when you? I have when you want to stop
No,
it
no.
or try another different. For me, it's
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu and
Yeah.
another things because. So long time I was in Aikido. Maybe a little tired. Do you have something? Did you have something like this?
I never stopped Aikido. I never wanted to stop Aikido, but I always have something to outside, beside, because I'm curious,
And what it was?
Everything. I mean, when I was young, it was box style, jiu-jitsu Brazilian. I do some dance. I do some
Actors, yeah.
Theater, Sistema, yoga.
Stunt, even stunt.
Yeah, stunt. Forget. Magic. Also, I did some magic.
Magic?
Yeah, cards.
With cards?
Yes.
Oh, good.
No,
Still
it's-
fun, yeah.
no, it's it. And photography a lot also.
Photography, colleague.
A lot of things. Because I get impressed from the beauty and of the world. So, and when I see something is well done, if I do some tap dancing also.
Oh, still
Yeah.
dancing.
Yes. So when I saw someone do it very well, I said, "Wow, I want to try." I don't just want to look. I want to try. I want to feel. I want to enter in a kind of sensation feelings. So I try. And more you do things like that, for me, more you in one point you understand the same thing. You understand the same principle. So in a way, it was not a problem.
And you come back to Aikido and inspiration more.
Yes, and I have the feeling to do the same thing when I'm doing theater and Aikido. It's not the same tool, but the problem is the same.
Yeah. Okay. We have more critic address to Aikido. That, for example, the attack is not real, and the work with partner is not real because we have no competition. It's how to say. pretends. Yeah, no,
yes.
you understand. Yes,
Yeah.
that it's like fighting, but
Yeah.
not fighting. What do you
Yeah.
think about it? It's true.
No,
No.
it's true that there is a lot of conventional ritual and
Yeah.
codes and
Because we don't kick, low kick, we don't know what is it, yes? We don't know what is hook, we don't know what is shomenuchi, what is it,
yes. But I mean, Aikido it's a very developed pedagogic system. So it's normal to have a lot of different situations to as a pedagogic tool. In every martial arts, there is some code. I mean, even in box, you attack like that, like that. More you want to be efficient, more the range of your technique will be narrow. I mean, you have 3 techniques and that's all, or something like that. Okay. So after it depends on your perspective. If you want to be efficient immediately, okay, you need to do to make your training a little bit different than usual, and you need to experiment with different martial arts and okay. If you want to be efficient, one more time, you must not have to fight. So in a long perspective, the idea is to get peaceful inside you. If you are peaceful inside you, you don't give food to the conflict, so you don't have to fight. So it's and as I wrote to you, you know, in the statistics of FBI from the knife dead, you know, they said that 80% of the dead people never saw the knife because it was like a surprise.
Yeah. Not like Tanto, yeah?
There is no fight, and in the street almost there is no fight, and even if people.
I spoke with knife masters.
Yes.
I know.
And you know, even in street, even if you practice martial arts, sometimes you become like a monkey, you know, and.
Because it's psychology, it's
yes.
You have to.
It's never
fear. It's a work with your fear.
Yes.
And as Lee Morrison says me.
Yeah.
He works as doorman, so he know about violence, yeah, a lot. So it's different.
And
work.
it's never the same on the street than never the same. Never. Even if you are a Krav Maga or whatever things, you know, it's never
because
the same.
you didn't know. You're ready for this, yeah?
Yeah. After it's a perspective. You want to train all your life to protect yourself and to be able to kill someone, or you want to work all your life for get peaceful and to calm down the situation. So the efficiency is it's a question of point of view.
Okay, I know that Aikido it's not about self-defense, but
it could be.
But what we have to do on dojo, on our training, that maybe sometimes in future we can use this training, this practice for self-defense.
Go on the street and fight in a bar. Yes.
Drink beer.
Yes. Yes. If it's your main goal. Test your practice. Go on the real situations.
Okay. Well, it's for me. What can be regarded as a proper quality control in Aikido? When you can say that my Aikido is good, that's okay. It's my own. Understanding, maybe when teacher said, "Oh, you are good," or we have no competition. So how to understand that our Aikido good?
If you are someone who have some joy, if you are calm in situation, if you don't feel aggressed by something, that's the quality of control of Aikido. It's not to do Nikyo or to do Yonkyo. Because it's just tool. What you want to do with this tool, once again. So if you see, I mean, if you walk on the street and you see some situation, if you are able to read the situation and to manage the things in order that there is no conflict, it's perfect. It's not a question of be strong or stronger than. I mean, it's my opinion. it's not because you have 7 dan that you are better than the
You're
third
7
dan.
then? Or
No,
6?
six. But whatever. Sometimes people have more arts intelligence, you know. And for me, it's more a quality control from Aikido, you know, because it's not for me. It's just to become more intelligent with my art, not with my muscles.
Okay, let's talk about your training with weapon. Why it's so important for you?
Because it's also another tool that proposes Aikido, and I think pedagogically it's very clear for people when I show a movement with the bokken, for example, and after with the empty hands, I try to do the same form. So for people it's very clear. And with the weapons you understand that the potentiality of the action, the danger. Sometimes with empty hand you think that it's not very dangerous. I think it's not true, but so with the bokken, immediately the guy understands that there is a danger, even if you don't touch him, you know. I mean, because in my practice I'm very, you know, fluid, and but at the same time I want to be able to be, martial. And okay, if I have the bokken in my hands, people understand that it's not because I don't try to be strong on the arms that I'm not dangerous. If I'm behind you with my hand like that on your neck, okay, maybe you can wake up and say, okay, it's not good position for me to stay here. And if I have a bokken, it's more clear. So it's one point. And the second point, I mean, to work with the cuts, for example, with the bokken or the sword, it's demand you a lot of qualities of relaxation, of purity of the cuts, and strong mind. And these qualities, I want to have the same qualities in my practice of empty hand.
Okay. I want to tell people about different style Aikido, different, and because when people say that we're going to Aikido, which kind, they don't know about this style, nothing. They just start training, and then in this process they understand, oh, it's Yoshinkan, oh, I don't want it, I want another kind. Tell me about your school, because this year school, it's like different. I know it's not maybe correct, but people know about school this year. They talk that it's modern and very dynamic. What do you think? What is special in this school for you?
Yeah, first of all, in this school you have different level also. I mean, you have different. Not everybody is modern. Not everybody is dynamic. Okay. So,
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No, I think maybe the point were original in our style. It's the fact that we put a lot of attention to uke work, and I'm traveling a lot in the world, and I noticed that people don't speak too much about uke part, you know, and maybe it makes the difference about the relation, you know, the communication of the uke and tori. And they give more maybe some subtlety to the practice, and maybe it gives this idea of modernism, I don't know. And Christian is unique. I mean, he had his own understanding of the practice of Aikido, and he has the quality to teach that. So, but you know, even in the same style, people can be very different, you know.
Okay, last question before start.
Yes.
You travel so much. You was different country, yes, Arabic, Siberian, Africa, yeah.
Yeah,
Africa,
South America.
Like South America, people are so different, and they all practice Aikido.
So they are not so different if they practice Aikido.
Yeah, I know. Who are the people joined by passion to Aikido? And what is the country impress you so much with attitude maybe to Aikido, understanding Aikido?
I don't compare countries.
I know, but
I don't no, it's true. I don't want to compare people, and I want to compare countries.
you like travel and look this country, people. You
Sorry?
like this process, travel with
Yeah,
seminar?
I love it. I love it. Yes, it's so nice because I share and because I want to create link between people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't want to say they are good and they are
I
bad.
know,
No.
yeah.
So I just give a kind of a base where people can meet and in a peaceful way. You have some more high-level people and less level people in the same place, you know. So it's complicated to say. Of course, there is some. I mean, if you go to Zimbabwe, maybe they never saw Aikido. So of course, maybe if there is one club, I don't know. Of course, their
Il y en a
understanding,
deux qui rentrent là, donc celle que je t'ai donnée, il y en a deux qui doivent rentrer.
their understanding of Aikido is different. But whatever, everyone has their own way, and it's fine. You have your process. Everyone has the things what you do for give some inspiration to all this process. So I have a lot of pleasure to go here and here and here. I don't say I like to go here because the level is very.
What's the most exotic country where you was? More interest for your experience, maybe.
About Aikido?
Yeah, no, but country.
I don't know. Every country has a special things.
You like where cold country or warm?
And I mean, when I go to Siberia, it's an experience. I will not say that I will live
Oh,
there.
it's cold, yeah.
Yeah, but I will not live there for my life. But time to times to have some contrast like that, I like it.
You like this
yeah.
country?
I like especially when I go to the sun country during winter. But no, I feel well everywhere. It's like, you know, I feel in my home everywhere. Because even if the people are different, we have so much common things to see and to share. So
Okay, we finished.
thank you.
Thank you.